which is kind of true, is what they say. What they say: more money you get, more power you get, the more you become what you really are, because the money gives you access to more stupidity. Because my thing is this: if you came from a broken home where you were poor, right? You were poor and you didn't have shit growing up, as so many black males, I ain't have nothing. I had to eat pork and beans. I came from this fucked up environment. We were poor. When you get money, you are going to still feel like you're poor. You're not going to splurge your money. You're not. The reason why you probably didn't have no money when you were younger like that is because you would have probably fucked your life up if you had money. Because you had a fucked up ass mentality. Because when you start asking black dudes what would they have if they had a lot of money, you said, man, if you was 15 years old and you had $200,000, what would you do? Ask them that fucking question and see what they tell you. Because you have to have morals and principles and a code of ethics before you even have the money. And that's what the family is supposed to instill in you. So when you get the money, you do right by the money. You go do something constructive with the money. You don't do nothing, don't bullshit with the money. That's what logic tells me, Javachi. And I'm basing it on factual evidence of what I've seen in the black community even on now. A black male would have the art of spoken word poetry or to be able to be a rapper or any artistic talent he got. Soon he gets a lump sum of money, what does he do? He fucks it off. And what does he fucks it off doing? Trying to impress other niggas and other bitches who wouldn't even fucking talk to his ass for who he was as a person at all. So now that he has money, now he wants to impress the people who would not even fuck with him when he didn't have any money. And he spends all his time trying to impress them people. He want to go after the girl he couldn't get unless he had money. Bitch don't care about you. Why would you want to fuck a girl who didn't even give a fuck about who you really was? And now that you have money, you need that. You want that girl, which is stupidity. It's got to be. You got to call it out for what it is. You got to change it. The black male has to stop. Yes. The black male has to stop being a crybaby. I call him the crybaby black male. You got to stop crying because somebody points out the wrongs that are destroying your motherfucking life. You cannot keep saying people don't care. Like, people care because they talking about it. They telling you. You know what I'm saying? They're telling you what's wrong. They're telling you. You cannot sit up there and tell me that all your life as a black male in any hood you've been in, no righteous person, nobody told you stop doing that weird shit. You cannot tell me that. And they be lying, talking about, ain't nobody, I didn't have nobody growing up. It was all just me. No. Motherfucker, somebody told your ass to stop. Somebody gave you an alternative. Somebody is out there that was an OG or something who been through some shit. Like, hey, young bruh, hey, man, stop doing that shit. You're going to get locked up. And they didn't give a fuck about that shit. You didn't give a fuck about it. You didn't care. And then when you get locked up, you want to start blaming fucking white people for your own choices and decisions in life. The white man ain't creating these choices and decisions for you. The white man ain't never told you to go get no gun and go kill no black person. I've never seen that shit. I never seen a white person come to the school or come to the neighborhood or what. The only thing the white person did was create movies. Fictional movies now. These are not even real movies. Fictional characters and fictional movies about something that was in an author's imagination, and they put it on the screen to make money, and then a black person will look at that shit and want to be a fictional character. Who fault is that shit? That's not the white man's fault. It's America, man. You should be able to make a movie. You can't be responsible because somebody see your movie and they want to go out there and do what the fictional character did in the movie. There has to be strict accountability amongst the black male at these times in history, man. The black male is running rampant. He's destroying black women. He's abandoning his children, and he's destroying his motherfucking self. And he start acting like a crybaby when you tell him to stop fucking brutalizing people. Then he turns into a crybaby. You're hating on me. Hate on you for what? I'm trying to tell you to stop abusing black women. I'm hating on you. I'm telling you to stop brutalizing yourself. I'm hating on you. I'm telling you to stop murdering innocent kids in the motherfucking street. I'm hating on them. Yes, I'm hating on them. I'm hating what the fuck you're doing. That's what I'm hating on. I'm hating on what you're doing to your own people. You shouldn't be doing that shit. And then you're going to blame the reason why you're doing it on some imaginary white supremacy shit. Which is crazy to me. So how are these black men leading the culture? Huh? How is they leading the culture? How is black women following these niggas who are destroying them? Because the fathers wasn't around. See, when you become a civilized man, when you become a repaired man, when you become a righteous man, because you're supposed to be righteous in this wicked land. If you're righteous in this wicked land, you can survive. So when you have a righteous mentality, you can save your family from wickedness as much as you can. So I look at it like, what solves the problem? If there's a problem in the black community, what solves the problem? Not based off of emotion and being a crybaby, like the black male has been so many motherfucking years. No, what solves the problem? What solves it? Why is it cool? Hip hop is the only form of music, right? Hip hop, the only form of music that shows expression of murdering their own culture. The only form of music. Rock music don't do that shit. Fucking classical music, any other genre of music by any other culture like that, they do not talk about murdering their own people to the velocity of hip hop. And black people love that shit. They're partying about that shit. Kill that nigga, die tonight. I'll put you in a closed casket. I'll kill your whole family. You're going to die tonight. And black people are partying to that shit. They are happy to hear them lyrics. They're dancing to that shit in jubilation and in joy. That is a fucking problem. And that's their own people putting out the music. That ain't the white man's fault. Do these motherfucking niggas forget where the fuck we from, dude? Where we at? We're in America. And if you've been here all this goddamn time, and the drug dealers should understand this, if you're in America, this is barter, trade, sale. This is capitalism. The system cannot take advantage of you or destroy you if you don't create the product. Because white supremacy cannot create the product of murdering black people. Ain't no white person going to get on a microphone and talk about murdering black people in no fucking song. They need black people ignorance to create the product. And if the white people don't give a fuck what that product is, as long as it sells, and they can get a piece of it. This is America. They've been doing that shit forever. Been doing it forever. So you gotta figure out where the fuck is you at. You're in America. And it's always the white man's fault. Always the white man's fault. Every single thing is the white man's fault. I killed this person. Oh, it's systemic racism. Oh, it's this, that, and that. The white man ain't even thinking about you niggas like that. The white man is so past you niggas and shit. Y'all figure some shit out. Y'all find a word, and that white man been using that word for centuries, and y'all think y'all created that word. Y'all find some type of fucking subject to study, and that white man been studying that shit for centuries, and you just caught up. And you think it's some new shit. And that white man is so far past your ass now. You ain't even on that level, nowhere near that level. That white man been using, that's just is crazy. That's like, in lamest terms, for niggas out there so they can understand, that's like you bought a Versace shirt, right? In 2021, right? And then in 2031, somebody is wearing that Versace shirt that you wore 10 years ago, and they think they created some shit. And you're going to look at that motherfucker and be like, man, I wore that shit 10 years ago. You ain't cool. That's how the white man is looking at these motherfuckers. stop creating a product that's going to fucking destroy you. That's how you solve the problem. If you don't create the product, if you don't create the behavior, then somebody else cannot take advantage of you and destroy you with your own shit. You can't keep talking about the black family and being poor and all that type of shit when the black male is contributing to that shit. And we get back into the police shit. What do the police do in them neighborhoods? And a lot of them neighborhoods. Yeah, it may be some foul police in the neighborhoods and shit, but I gotta look at it from both perspectives. Why is the police rolling down on your ass? What is the police job in your neighborhood? The police sets up to protect and to serve. Right? The community. Right? That's what the police do. Protect and serve. So if you have a bunch of black people hanging around the neighborhood, congregating or whatever like that, should the police roll up on you and ask you what the fuck you doing in your neighborhood? Because if a black person lived in a good neighborhood, and just say they lived in the suburbs or whatever like that, they want their community to be protected. So if somebody was just hanging around there or whatever like that, and they had kids or whatever, and then the police stopped them, they wouldn't be complaining at all. They would not be complaining. They'd be like, good looking out. Because there's black people now that's moved out to the damn ghettos and are happy when a motherfucking police officer checks some motherfucker in them neighborhoods that ain't supposed to be there. Because they want safety. Those black people in those communities were surrounded by niggas. Two different mindsets. And they were terrified. So what's the police coming to do in your neighborhood? A lot of the time. Solve fucking problems. Right? Some black dude hit his girl, and we're talking about the black community because that's what I have expertise in, right? So we're talking about that. We're talking about that type of shit. So what does the police do? They come in your neighborhood and they try to solve your problem. Girl get beat up, or whatever it may be. The police gonna come in there and figure out what happened, try to be an investigator, try to mediate the situation, and try to remove the most dangerous person that's involved in this situation out of the situation to make things go back in peace. The police wants peace in these communities. They don't want chaos in these communities. I don't believe they want chaos in these communities. I think the police officers don't want to wake up every goddamn day and go to a fucking war zone. I don't believe that shit. I believe they wake up with anger and frustration because they have to go to the war zones. And they know that their life is on the line. So hell yeah, they may not be so nice to you motherfuckers and shit like that. But the police is going in them communities trying to remove the bullshit in the community. The drug dealers, the drug seller. The motherfuckers who's not helping the community grow and thrive. That's what the police is fucking with. The police ain't fucking with the regular black people and shit that got jobs that's protecting their family to that degree all the time. I'm not saying every single time. And what's going on is that people in America, they judge by appearances. That's why when if black people stop the bullshit of that nigga mentality, you would not be putting other black people in jeopardy with your bullshit. Because when the police see another black person, they just looking at you, oh, you're black. I just arrested this motherfucker who looked like you. Right? So I think that what you're doing is the same thing that they were doing. So that's where you get profiling from. But if you're a good police officer and you're a good investigator, profiling is necessary. To solve a problem, it helps you. If you're trying to catch a fish, you're going to look at the fish and what it catches. Right? So if I'm fishing and I use a bait of worms and I caught a fish with some worms and then I see another fish that looks just like it, what is my logic mind is going to think? You're going to think what worked before. So I'm going to put worms on this bait to catch that kind of fish. And that's all that the human brain is really doing in that situation. That's why I personally separate myself in the way I dress, the way I talk, who I talk to, and where I be at, because I do not want to be a victim of another nigga's bullshit. I've already almost became a victim. Bullets meant for niggas almost shot me in the motherfucking head. And I ain't got shit to do with it. And that goes on in so many communities, especially where I'm from in Milwaukee. You got innocent people getting killed over some other nigga's shit. Straight bullets, children murdered because of some other nigga's bullshit. All around the motherfucking country. Why does that happen? Why does that happen? And nobody gives a fuck about that. And none of these conscious motherfuckers won't even want to talk about black on black crime. But let's get back to the police. Right? So a woman gets beat up in her house. Right? The dude is tough as hell. He's yelling at the chick all goddamn day, beating her up for the weirdest, crazy ass shit. She don't know what to do because she don't have no motherfucking father to go over there and beat that motherfucking nigga ass. So her superhero is gone. Right? Because he abandoned her motherfucking ass. She can't. The first person the woman should even call is her dad. Be like, hey, dad, this nigga over here putting his hands on me. And what's going to happen? The father going to come over there and check that dude, and it's going to stop. It's going to stop. Now, if you don't have no father in your household, who's the next person going to be able to call? You may call your brother, but your brother ain't going to do shit for you like that because your brother probably didn't even fucking like you like that growing up. Probably had different fathers, and your brother's going to look at it because he's a nigga. So your brother ain't going to want to put his life in a situation sometimes. Not every single brother, though. Let's get that straight. I'm talking about people with nigga mentalities. A brother who's a nigga is not really going to do something to another nigga that's fucking with his sister. But a brother who is not a nigga is probably going to do something to the nigga that's beating up on his sister. Put it that way. A lot of the times. So who does the woman call? Who can the woman get to help her? She has to call a major problem solver. And the major problem solver that she can call to have her safe is going to be the motherfucking police. Because when the police come up to the scene, the nigga mentality changes immediately. He is in the mood of now he want to negotiate. See, he didn't want to negotiate with the woman that he's beating her ass. He had no communication skills at all. He didn't want to hear nothing. He didn't want to talk about shit. He just beating her ass or whatever. But when the police shows up, when that white man show up and start asking questions, the nigga turns into a whole different motherfucking person. Sir, I really didn't do anything, sir. He ain't yelling no more. He ain't arguing like that. Sir, I ain't even do that. I don't know what she's talking about. He's lying, all type of shit. Right? He bows down to that white police officer. He doesn't have that same energy because he's scared of the motherfucking white man. So that's why black women got to go to the white man. Because she can't go to her own race of black men to be able to protect her. So she got to go to somebody. What the fuck she supposed to do? Just be out here fucked up like that? No. She got to go to somebody. So who she go to? She go to the police. And what is the police? When the police show up, like I said, the black man calms his motherfucking, the nigga, not the black man. The nigga calms his motherfucking ass down immediately. And after that shit happens, if he goes to jail and he gets held accountable for beating up on that woman, he goes to jail, he spends some days in jail, all that type of shit. When he gets out, he is not going to fuck with that girl no more because she has somebody to protect her. He going to call her all kind of names. You call her all the names that you want to, right? You can call her, oh, you police bitch, whatever. But that nigga is not going to put his hands on her like that ever again like that because she found somebody to protect her. That's what it's about. Protecting the woman. That's what it's about. Whoever can protect the fucking woman from getting her motherfucking ass beat every goddamn day is the solution. It don't matter who the fuck it is. It don't matter if it's the police. It don't matter if it's the dad. It don't matter if it's the uncle. It don't matter who it is. Whoever protects the woman. Whoever can hold the nigga accountable for his fucked up action is the solution. We're looking for solutions. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for emotional motherfucking shit for the shit to keep on going on. We're looking for solutions. And why do we grow up thinking that the police is so motherfucking bad, right? In certain situations, yeah, but what do the police usually do? The police usually solves the problem in your neighborhood, right? So our ancestors, right, black people, right? Black people talk about their ancestors every goddamn day, about what they worked hard for this country, they built this country, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll give you that. Let's just say that's true. I'll give you that. Roll with that energy. But what your ancestors also did, they fought and died for equal protection under the laws of America. They wanted to be considered equal citizens. So the same thing that white people get, black people should be able to get. So if black people are in trouble, they should be able to call somebody to help them when they're in trouble. And who is that person they're supposed to call? The motherfucking police officer. That's equal protection under the law. Who else is going to give them equal protection under the law? But in the black community, they teach you that it's bad to go get somebody that can really solve your problem. It's bad to go get the police. That's equal protection. That's your constitutional right to call. And you know what's so crazy about it? Is that black people, or niggas don't pay taxes like that. Right? So black people pretty much pay taxes. Whoever pay taxes, you're paying the police department to protect your motherfucking ass in your community. So if I got a problem with somebody, right? If I got a problem with somebody and I'm exercising my constitutional rights as a black American, black and Dominican American in the United States of America, right? I should be able to call the person to rectify my situation. I am not the person that's supposed to go out there and shoot that person. I'm not supposed to go out there and try to find your motherfucking ass. I'm not supposed to do none of that because it's my right as an American to be able to call the person that I'm fucking paying that's taking money out of my motherfucking check every goddamn week to go do that job for me. Why am I going to allow a nigga to make me think that I'm not supposed to exercise my constitutional rights as an American in the United States of America? That has to be the weirdest, dumbest trick that's been put on the black people's mind to do that. Your ancestors died, right? What did they die for? They died for them rights. They want them rights. So I want all my constitutional rights. I want every last motherfucking constitutional right I can get. I want all my bills and rights. I want all my shit. Too many motherfucking black people died on this motherfucking land for me not to forfeit my rights. Listening to a nigga on the street. I'm gonna forfeit my rights for some nigga on the street to live by some nigga code. No, I don't live by nigga codes. I live by my own motherfucking code that I created for my own motherfucking self. Ain't nobody gonna make me read a book like the Bible that's been created 1,000 motherfucking years ago and gonna tell me how I should live my life on a book 1,000 years ago and you don't even know who I am as a person. No, I'm not doing that shit. That shit is retarded to me. That's why when you don't have that nigga mentality no more, you do not want to be around other niggas. You know them when you see them. You can smell them. You can sense them. Your aura, you're on point for it. You don't even want to talk to them. You don't even want to be around them. They're like diseased people. And I have a right in this motherfucking world to pick and choose who the fuck I want to be around. I don't have to be around you because you want me to be around. If you want to apologize to me, I don't have to accept your motherfucking apology because you're lying. I've been in this situation where a motherfucker asked me my motherfucking name and I told him I did not want you to know my name. I said, I ain't got no name. This fucking dude went on a whole motherfucker, he don't even know me. And he went on a whole emotional tirade calling people, telling people shit like, oh, this guy over here, I asked him what his name was and he didn't want to tell me. And I'm about that life. Now it makes me, now when I think about it in hindsight, this is why I don't want to tell you my motherfucking name because you talk too motherfucking much. You talk too much. Niggas talk entirely too much. Telling all their business, all the phone. I can hear their whole phone conversation. I remember back in the day when they used to have the Nextels and shit, right? The chirp joints. I'm sure people know about that, right? They sit on the phone, on speakerphone, talking, and you can hear their whole conversation. They want validation so motherfucking bad of the crazy shit that they're doing, right? From other black people. Because they're not doing that shit around white people. They're not going to be sitting there on the chirp thing talking about, hey man, I got them 4 ounces, man. You need to come through, man. I got that for you. You know I keep that on me. They're not doing that around white people. They're doing that around black people. Because they know motherfucking better than that shit. They scared of white people. I have so many examples of why they scared of white people. to prove my theory on. But why should our children be forfeit their constitutional rights in America if we understand that black people helped build this country? Like the right to bear arms. You don't even have to have illegal weapon on you in all these states of America if you can reach 18 years old without a felony. You can legally have a firearm on you. Most states have CC. I mean, I'm carrying a concealed weapon or open carry, whatever like that. Every state there's gun laws. That is your right as a black American to have a fucking weapon to protect your ass. But when you listening to these niggas out here in the street, you forfeit that right. Now you gotta buy illegal handguns. Now when you buy an illegal handgun, you get caught with that motherfucker. What's gonna happen to you? You're going to jail listening to niggas. You're listening to niggas. If you don't get no felonies, the times that you don't listen. People who catch crimes with niggas. They don't really catch crimes with black people. Black people are really the ones that's telling you to work hard for your shit. Create your shit from the bottom up. Stay out of trouble. Stay away from that people. They're giving you them codes and ethics, those morals and principles younger for you to stay away from niggas. But certain black men start tripping and shit. They have a whole good family at home and get mad because they got a mother and father because this motherfucking nigga over here don't have a mother and father. So this nigga made the black dude who has a good home feel like he ain't shit. Because he got a mother and father and he live in a nice area. So he starts hanging with this nigga. Now he catches a case. Now he forfeiting his rights as an American citizen in the United States of America. Listening to niggas. This is all factual. It's factual evidence. You can look in your communities right now and see these examples. If you can see these examples in your community, means that it happens. It means that I'm not making this shit up. It actually happens. And it just doesn't happen where you're at. It happens in so many other places. Why would you forfeit your rights? You can't even fucking vote when you catch a felony. There's a lot of shit you can't do. And the reason why niggas are committing crimes is to impress other niggas. They want money to impress other niggas. And bitches. Not queens, bitches. Because real queens don't want your fucking money because real queens can get their own money. They don't want your money. They don't want your bread. It's the little nasty little bitches out here that want your money with that same nigga mentality. Niggas want pussy. Bitches want your money. Y'all all the same. A queen doesn't want your money like that. A queen has the ability to create her own money. She has her own empire. And niggas are scared of those women. All she wants is like loyalty. All she wants is like honesty. All she wants is empowerment. She just wants you to do right by her. That's pretty much the criteria of really being with a queen. It ain't even really that motherfucking hard, really. It's basic humanity type of principles. Be honest with me. Be truthful with me. You know what I'm saying? Be loyal to me. When you say you're going to do something, keep your word. Don't go back. If you're going to change your mind, let me know you changed your motherfucking mind so I don't be looking stupid and so I can understand what you're doing so I can rock with you if you need my help. Those are queen shit. That's queen shit right there. But these niggas don't want queens. They want bitches and hoes that they got to pay for their attention. What type of person? Like, this is so crazy. Niggas go out here in the streets all goddamn day to hustle and put their life in danger just to pay a bitch for her attention. That is crazy to me. And they want to make that cool. That's cool. You weren't having no girls around you when you didn't have no money around you. Because your soul is garbage. You don't have no good soul. When you have a good soul, you don't need money to attract a woman. You don't need money. You don't need material items or none of that shit. A woman can see your good soul just by you being yourself. You don't need all that extra shit. All them extra props and shit. All them fucking costumes these niggas be wearing all goddamn day. You don't need none of that. She can tell in your conversation. She can tell in your demeanor, your consistent behavior, pretty much if you kind of like a good dude or not. And if you need some clothes, She will help you get those clothes. Because she knows your character and your personality and your behavior is righteous and is good. But niggas want hoes. Right? And they created a whole song. Got the name of the song, Chris Brown, talking about these hoes ain't loyal. You goddamn right, hoes ain't loyal. I don't understand how the song is even popular like that. I don't even understand how you make a song when you already know the motherfucking answer. But it's popular amongst other niggas. Because they know. Yeah, hoes ain't loyal. Hoes want your money. Because you want pussy. That's what you want from a woman, right? That's what you want, right? You want just pussy. You don't want nothing else from her. So a hoe is looking at you like, I don't want nothing else from you either. I just want your money. It's supposed to be an even exchange, no robbery. So how is anybody mad? How's anybody mad about that? How's those two people mad? But they created a whole song about something they already fucking knew already. So why are black males forfeiting their constitutional right, especially in the conscious community? Everything is white supremacy for. Everything. And it makes me look like you're not fucking strong. You're not a strong black male, so stop lying. A strong black male ain't gonna have them excuses like that. It would be embarrassing for a strong black male to admit that shit. The white man is this. The white supremacy is doing this to me. I can't get no job because of the white man. I can't change my behavior because the white man taught me this. I treat my woman like this because I learned it from the white man. The white man, white man, white man. You're not no strong motherfucker if the white man can do all. You don't even know that white man who's even doing that shit. So you don't even have a name for him or a face. He's a figment of your motherfucking imagination. That's what he is. It's a figment of your imagination. You can't even show me the person that's stopping you from getting where the fuck you want to go in your life. You're just making motherfucking excuses as to why you can continue to brutalize innocent black people in your community. That's what we're talking about. We go to church for real in this motherfucker. This is REVO church in this motherfucker. This is revolution. That black man that you think is so strong, he's a sissy with all that motherfucking jewelry around his motherfucking neck. Like when I see a dude with all that jewelry, I've been in conversations in LA and different parts with niggas with jewelry and shit around their neck. Diamond rings, jewelry around their neck. I'm getting ready to fight them and bust them down on some real like gangster shit. Them niggas can't even fight regular no more. Because they're worrying about their motherfucking jewelry and shit. I'm beating this dude ass and he grabbing his motherfucking chain thinking that I'm about to steal his motherfucking chain. No, nigga, I'm stealing your eye. I'm stealing your jaw. I'm stealing your lips. I'm beating your ass. While you worrying about that motherfucking jewelry, I'm beating your ass. That makes you weak as fuck. You can't even defend your own self. You can't even fight normal when you got expensive ass clothes on. You ain't even war ready out here. Women wear jewelry. Men are not supposed to be wearing no motherfucking gold chokers and shit and diamond chokers around their motherfucking neck. That's feminine shit. That's for women. So we're the strong men. I mean, we're there. How they fighting white supremacy? All they doing is talking about it. All they doing is blaming a motherfucker that's in their imagination and shit. I don't believe in all that shit, dude. I believe there is a system in America that serves all cultures. Everybody know the rules of that system. If you don't know the motherfucking rules, then don't step in that game. If you want to step in that game, if you want to step in the capitalistic game and having stuff for your family, then you need to know the motherfucking rules. Learn the rules before you step in the game. Don't get mad when you step in the game and you get your ass tore off because you don't know the rules. No. No, it's the same way drug dealers do. Don't be a drug dealer unless you understand the rules. Well, capitalistic America is the same way. If you want to step in this game, you can win in this game. All you want, you can win. There's a lot of winners in this game. But you got to know the rules. And you got to maneuver in a certain kind of way and shit to be able to get what you want out of America. Because every citizen in America can get what the fuck they want out of America when you know what you want. And a lot of these niggas out here are going after shit that they don't want. They want what somebody else got. They want that dude bitch over there. They want that dude clothes over there. They want to ride in that car over there, and we don't even need that shit. And the reason why you want that shit is because you don't know who the fuck you are. Because once you figure out who the fuck you are, you're going to realize you don't even need that dude, bitch. You ain't going to want to fuck that dude, bitch. You ain't going to even think about that girl. Once you know who you really are, you got to figure that out. This is America. This is the land of the free, home of the brave. This country is way, way better than a lot of motherfucking countries out there. But you could pretty much, it's the land of opportunity. You can pretty much get anything you want once you learn the rules. And it ain't really that motherfucking difficult sometimes. A lot of it is patience, a lot of it is hard work. This country was built on hard work and patience. And it wasn't just built by black people. It was built by all cultures. Some of them was indentured servants. Some of them was slaves. Some of them was sharecroppers. It's a whole mixture. Black people in the conscious community just want to take the slave shit out. They don't want to look at the indentured servant part. They don't want to look at the sharecroppers part. They don't want to look at the fucking the deals that were made under the table in places like Tennessee and motherfucking Louisiana and Texas, where it was a skin problem and the motherfuckers met around the corner in the bushes like, hey, I'm gonna give you $20, whatever like that. You graze this land for me or whatever like that. Don't let nobody know. I know what you do. Bam, and he made money under the table. Even back in the slavery days, it was motherfucking black men going to buy their families from white slave owners. And how is that possible? During slavery, a black man ain't even supposed to have no motherfucking money in slavery times. You would get hanged from a mother. If the shit is true, what they're saying to me in the college community, you would get hanged from a tree for learning how to read and write. But white people taught black people how to read and write for specific reasons. And one of those big reasons is that motherfucking Bible. To teach black people and shit to depend on some imaginary person in your fucking brain to come save your motherfucking ass. Instead of looking inside your motherfucking self and saving yourself. Are you looking at that motherfucking book waiting for something to fall out the sky to save you? The white man ain't looking at that book. The white man don't fear God. He brutalized the black people every day in slavery. He gave that black man that motherfucking book, and he taught all them black people, don't worry about the slave master. Let the slave master beat you. Like, if he smack you on one side of the cheek, turn the other cheek so he can smack you again type of shit. The white man love that shit. Read that motherfucking book all goddamn day, the white man is telling you. Here, I am going to teach you how to read. Right? So you can teach that doctrine to all your people. So I can continue to enslave your motherfucking ass. Because the only person that's going to free your motherfucking ass is your motherfucking self. You're going to stop that shit yourself. And the white man knew that shit. And that's why the white man continued to reign terror all over the motherfucking world. All over the motherfucking world and give a fuck about no Bible. He wasn't fearing that damn Bible. He ain't fearing the wrath of God and none of that shit. If he feared the wrath of God, he would have been killing all the motherfucking people. He would have enslaved all these people. He would have went to war with all these fucking countries. He would have did all the shit that he did in the history of his existence in the world if he feared that motherfucking Bible or he feared the wrath of God. So why the fuck black people fearing that shit? Because it's not fucking real. That's why. It's not real, and that white man knew that shit. Because every time I went to a church, man, it's always come down to the altar and pray that Jesus come from the sky and help you with your bills. Pray to Jesus to help you get a car. Instead of just thinking to yourself of your own motherfucking business plan, be like, okay, how much does the car cost? How much can I save up for the car? Who in my family I can borrow $10 from? Let's go to each member of your family and be like, man, can I get $10? Can I get $5? Because that's what the white man did with his family when he started his businesses. He went to his motherfucking family. Can I get $5, Uncle Jim? Can I get $10, Uncle Sam? Hey, Aunt Bertha, can I get $5 more? He went to his own family and started building that money up. That's why the old saying used to be, when you start a business, you start your capital with your family and your friends. That's where you get your money from, the initial money. Because if they cared enough about your fucking ass, they would be able to give you $5 fucking. Black people right now can't even go to their own family for $5. Now, you can go to your family and say, I need $5 on some fucking weed. And we get $5 on some weed and shit. They be like, all right, I'll give you $5. Let me smoke a little bit with you. But if you go to them and say, hey, man, let me get $5 so I can start my DJ business, they looking at you crazy in a motherfucker. And even if you ask them for partnership, you be like, man, give me $5 and you could be a partner with me. Niggas is like, no, I'm not about to help you build your own motherfucking business. You got me fucked up out here. But I'll help you buy that bag of weed, dog. I'll go to the strip club with you. I'll go sell some drugs with you. I'll go halfway you with some drugs, but I ain't gonna go halfway with you with no legitimate business. That's why you cannot tell me black people come from that lineage of hard work and slavery. Because you will start a business from the ground up. See, black people want fast money, like just like that. Quick. Just like that. They don't want to work hard and earn the shit. But if you come from slavery and you come from your ancestral tree, you understand that is part of your makeup as a black person is to work hard and own your own shit. But none of that shit is in their DNA. And that lets me know you ain't from them people that you're fucking talking about. You're not from those people. That's not in your genes. That's not your lineage. That's not none of that shit. Because if it's in your lineage, you're going to be the exact same way, damn near, or better than what the past was. So if black people were suffering in the past, you're going to put yourself in a position not to suffer. If black people were getting locked up in cages and in prison because of old ass loitering and trespassing laws back in the day to put black people in prison like that, you're not going to repeat the same motherfucking thing unless you come from them people. It's about revolution. Revolutionize your motherfucking mind to do something totally different that's never been done before. Change the fucking cycle. And all these crybaby ass black males be like, start whining and shit when you talk to them about that. Because they gotta have, because when you hold them accountable, they turn into fucking crybabies. When you tell them they're doing something wrong, right? Immediately they say, oh, you're tearing me down. Oh my God, you're tearing me down because you're pointing out the wrong shit. Yes, motherfucker, I'm supposed to point out the wrong shit. Let me give you an example. If I am going to motherfucking Orlando, and I have a car, and I'm going to take a trip with my family, and the destination is Orlando, I'm not looking at all the good things in the car. The good things in the car is a given. You know, the radio works. Okay, that's a good thing. The muffler works. That's a good thing. But I have to look at the bad shit that could happen. What is fucked up about the car that's going to stop me from getting to my destination? That's REVO thinking. You have to think about the negative shit that's stopping you from getting where you gotta go. The positive is already there. It's a balance, positive and negative. If you can turn the negative into a positive and you already have positive, you can get to your destination a lot motherfucking faster. So if I'm looking at the engine, I need to figure out the engine, something wrong with the engine. I'm not gonna go on a trip to Orlando and with a bad motherfucking engine. I need somebody to tell me the truth. I need somebody to be like, hey man, your engine is bad. You can't get to Orlando on that. You need to fix the engine. I need somebody to tell me that if I'm really a righteous dude, if I really care about my family, why would I put my family on the road with a fucked up ass engine? That's crazy to me. So yes, when you look at any situation, you have to look at the bad shit too. You just can't look at the good shit. You got to look at the bad shit. And a lot of times you look at the bad shit, you correct the bad shit, you create something that's perfected to damn near to perfection at that point. And when you point out something bad about the black male, that motherfucker would go, not the black male, the niggas. That motherfucker would go and turn to a sissy ass crybaby and blame every motherfucking else in the whole entire world instead of looking at his motherfucking self about what the fuck he doing to other people. These niggas out here really think that they can just go out here and just brutalize humanity and expect no consequences. And when there are consequences to drug selling, they're blaming the motherfuckers who who they say brought the drugs in. You was a damn motherfucking stupid ass motherfucker if somebody brought some drugs in and used your dumb ass to sell the drugs for them. And you're in jail and they're not in jail. And at some point, you got to understand, like, this is wrong, but niggas get out of jail and do the same motherfucking thing all over again. Over and over. The back and forth rate of black males, or of niggas, not black males, of niggas getting out of jail, going back to jail. Getting out of jail, going back to jail. Blaming other motherfuckers for why they going to jail, going back to jail. And I always ask them, this is simple problem solving logic shit. This is rebel thinking. I always ask them, who is stopping you from getting where you want to go in your life? Show me that person. And if you can't show me that person, it's a figment of your imagination. It does not exist. That means you keep marching and you keep going.